In today's video, I'll be showing you guys how to pour a small ramp into your garage. Check it out. It looks all right. And I will show you how you can do this at home for around $20-30. Let's go. So step one is very simple, and that is to clean away all this grass that is growing right here. I will not be digging any deeper simply because this area before used to have asphalt, so it already has gravel that has been compacted. So the job is very easy. So as you can see, I have already built a frame, but that is for the next step. All right, so now I will clean this grass and we will continue the video. Step one is complete. As you can see, I have removed the majority of the grass. There's still some left in there, but that is nothing to worry about. Once you have cleared the area that you'll be using, you want to build a ramp out of wood, pretty much a frame that will keep the dry concrete in there. That is the one that I have built. As you can see, I pretty much used old wood, pretty much box it in. As you can see right here, these are like 2x4s, and this is like half of a 2x4 pretty much. So I use that to have a lower lip right here while I fill the rest of the area with concrete. All right, now the next step is even more simpler. Once your ramp is built, you're simply going to wet this area so the concrete pretty much sticks to it better. So here's everything that you will need. Obviously, you are going to need some concrete. I'm using the concentrated mix. This one, you simply add water and that's it. A shovel, another shovel, some wire mesh. You do not have to do this simply because this area is not going to get a lot of traffic anyway. And this concrete is rated for like 4,000 PSI. Check it out right there. So you do not even need the mesh. I simply have too much of it, so that is one of the reasons I'm putting it. And some old 2x4s to make the frame. And that is pretty much it. Also a hose and some water. So now I have a hose down the area. As you can see, it is wet. Now I will use this shovel to pretty much break this bag of concrete and pour it into this hole. I do have 2 bags of the 80-pound. Once I pour the first bag, I will add the mesh, then I will pour the rest. So 1 bag of concrete has been poured. Now I'm simply going to use my shovel to level it out. As you can see, obviously some of the gravel will go underneath, but that is absolutely fine with me. This area will get some dirt to pretty much level it out, so that is no problem. But if you are working in an area where you cannot put the gravel everywhere and make it messy, you can simply add some dirt on the sides to prevent the gravel from escaping. All right, so now I will smoothen this out and then I will add the mesh. So now I have added the mesh, but as you can see, I will definitely need more than 2 bags of concrete. I'm guessing 2 more will do the job. But I will now open this bag and pour it on top of this mesh. All right, so this is after 3 bags of concrete. As you can see, it is almost filled up. I still do need a little bit more just to fill in these low spots right here. Also, I am using this 2x4 to pretty much level it out. All you got to do is put it on this edge right here and on the entrance of your garage, and then simply go up and down until you level it out. I'm gonna go get some more concrete so I can fill in the low spots, then we will continue the video. All right, so now I have filled in the low spots, but as you can see, the concrete is smooth in some areas and rough in the others. You can use the 2x4 to level it out as much as possible, but if you want a smooth finished surface, you can simply use a fresh paint roller. This roller will allow you to pretty much even everything out. Check it out. Looks awesome. So you simply need to roll the entire area before you add water. So that is what I'm about to do. As you can see, even in the areas where the rocks have been sticking out, you'll be able to smoothen it out, which is pretty good. Obviously, it's not going to be perfect, but it is still way better than spending a couple of $100s to have someone do this for you. Doing it yourself, you can probably do it for like 30-40 bucks. Everything, material, and everything. All right, check it out. It is almost ready for water. As you can see, it is looking much better. I still have to touch up some corners. Also, for these areas where the pebbles are sticking out, all you need is one of these things. And then you're simply going to scoop in some of the concrete, and then you're going to sprinkle it on top to fill in the really small gaps that you cannot fill in with a 2x4. This one right here. All right, as you can see, it is filling in all the gaps and it makes it look smooth. Then all these rocks, you can just toss them somewhere. All right, now as you can see, it looks way better after using this little gadget right here. It looks way smoother. Now I will hit it with the roller one more time to give it that final touch before we add water. So we are almost done with this project. As you can see, it is super easy to do. Doesn't require a lot of time, doesn't require a lot of money. Check it out, looks super smooth. All right, now we will add water. This is the tricky part. You will definitely need a hose with one of these attachments. As you can see, this attachment is way too strong. You're going to need the mist option. As you can see right here, this is the mist option on this one. It's called the cone, but a lot of them will say the mist. So you will need to pretty much step away from the area. Everything that does not need to get wet, don't get it wet. All right, so now we are simply going to mist. As you can see, I built a little fence around this so my dogs will not be entering and messing it up. All right, so at an angle, we are going to wet this. As you can see, I'm not holding it real close. I'm simply letting the small mist hit the concrete. If you use any other option, it will pretty much destroy your job. All right, and that is it. 99% of it is completely done. All right, so now let's talk about finishing and making this slab look awesome. Yeah, we can't have that right there. All right, so after you mist your concrete, initially you want to mist it at least 4 times in 1 hour. So in the next hour, pretty much every 10-15 minutes, you want to gently mist it. That way the surface gets hard and starts curing. And then once you do that for about an hour, you will need to mist it every hour. And once this solidifies, add more water to it. Also, do not be afraid to add water on the edges because the concrete will suck in the water from the ground and its surroundings to harden it. But this thing will need about a day to completely cure and dry. So do not walk on it, do not step on it. Simply continue to add water all day, and within about 24 hours, this thing will be very hard and it will be ready to use. Also, if you do not want to have it straight edges everywhere, you can get one of these tools to pretty much smoothen out the edges. Obviously, you do not want to do this real early. You want to at least spray a couple of times, make it very wet before you start adding the edges. As of right now, I'm not going to add the edges. I like the sharp look. So personally, I will be leaving this as is. So I will continue to water and I will show you guys the finished product at the end. Also, if you do want to add the edges to make it smooth, make sure you wet this tool and then simply stick it in and lift it up. You want to have a gap right here and you want to smoothen it out with the back part. So just like that. And then when you get to this end, you simply flip it the other way around and you smoothen it out. Obviously, it will take a couple of times until you have that smooth curve. And the same thing goes for the corners. Make sure to keep it very wet and smooth. That way, these right here will all get filled and it will look way smoother. All right, so now we are a day later and now we will be removing the frame. All you need is pretty much a small hammer to kick it out and it should be completely finished. And there you go. The ramp is completely finished. Let me see if I can get a better angle. As you can see, it is completely done. I will be adding some dirt all around it to smoothen it out. So there you go, a very cheap ramp with some dog prints in there. All right, everybody, that concludes the quick video. Smash the like button, subscribe. See you in the next one. Peace out.